Hey guys, Mike Chen. Today I'm in the east part of Singapore. I've never been this far east before. This is almost near the airport, and there's a really well-known food center here called Bedok 85. In this place, a lot of the stalls don't open till 5 or 6 p.m., but I'm here early because there's a legendary noodle stall here. This noodle shop is arguably the most famous hawker stall in this food center. People travel from all over, try their chor mian or chor mi. And there's two really famous stalls right next to each other. So the noodles are freshly cooked. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pork meatballs. There's a pork broth and crispy pork skin floating on top. Well, the broth is very light, it's fatty. A hint of sweetness and a lot of depth. This is definitely not a very aggressively seasoned broth at all. Very light, very soothing, very comforting. The noodles themselves are reminiscent of wavy yellow ramen noodles. Oh my goodness, the meatballs. These are some life-changing pork meatballs here. Wow, this is amazing. I've had a lot of pork balls, beef balls, shrimp balls, octopus balls, a lot of balls. This is one of the best I've tried so far. There's a pork meatball, but the flavor is so complex and delicious. First of all, you taste that nice porkiness, and there might be a little pieces of shrimp mixed in there. The more you chew, the more your taste buds wake up and crave for another bite. Wow. That broth is very, very light. So whenever you take a sip of soup or slurp of noodles, you feel cozy, you feel comforted. But when you take a bite of this meatball, everything in your body wants to wake up and participate. It's definitely my favorite thing in this bowl. There's also little bits of minced pork in here as well. And the soup definitely gets better more towards the bottom where a lot of the ingredients are conjugating. Usually with a bowl of noodle soup, either the soup ties everything together, or the noodle ties everything together. I feel here the meatball ties everything together. It just brings so much flavor to this dish. I love places like this. The only menu selection is whether you want a small one or a large one. That's it, $4.50 for a pretty good sized bowl of noodle soup. That's a pretty darn good deal. That's why I love hawker centers. A lot of these places have been around for decades. The recipes are passed down from generation to generation, and it's flavors like you've never had before. Like I said, I've had plenty of pork meatballs before. None close to this. Nothing like this. I think Singapore is one of the first countries where if I see soup dumplings being offered at a hawker stall, I want some. This place, Shanghai Xiao, looks like they make their own wrappers, they make their own dumplings. Let's try it. While I'm waiting for that, peanut soup. That looks good. So got some soup dumplings, hot and sour soup, and a jjiang noodle. It's really good soup dumplings. I kind of have my doubts a little bit. I'm super judgy when it comes to soup dumplings. Just by picking it up, I'm already kind of critiquing it, thinking the skin on top is a little thick. Usually as a test, I try to dump the soup out on the spoon. There's a good amount of soup. I did see that this thing had a huge filling, and the skin on the bottom is very thin. And then once I put it in my mouth, no mistake about that. This is really, really good. Jjiang also has really good flavor. The noodles are chewy. It doesn't have as much sauce as I would like, but the taste is very much there. But seriously, come here and try these soup dumplings out. One of my favorite soup dumpling places is the one in Chinatown that has a long line. And this place is not very centrally located, but this is really, really good. Also, this place gives you so much food. I mean, this is a giant hot and sour soup, a big bowl of noodles. But this is his crown jewel right here. All that soup just split out. Dunk the soup dumpling into the hot and sour soup. That's a pretty darn good way to eat the soup dumpling. Seriously, if you're ever in Singapore, do not sleep on the hawker style soup dumplings. Most of those I've tried have been excellent. One of the places I actually have my favorite soup dumpling on the whole island. A little hidden gem of a place. That's amazing. One more thing I got, and the people selling this are so nice. This is a peanut soup. So it's peanut soup with 3 different types of mochi. I got peanut mochi, I got sesame mochi, and I think I got red bean mochi as well. This is a dessert item. Soup itself is already so good. Boiled peanuts, nice and sweet. This is so perfect for dessert. And kind of lucky today's not that hot either. Very breezy here too. I don't think I've ever tried a red bean mochi before. Every hawker center you go to, every food center you go to in Singapore, you're gonna find some famous stalls, you're gonna find some hidden gem stalls. Bottom line, it's gonna taste good. I think those are the only places I'm trying this morning. A lot of stalls don't open till about 3 to 5 p.m. So I'm gonna go run some errands, then come back, and we'll eat some more. Another reason I'm in East Singapore, I heard about this hawker stall that sells Wagyu beef. And people love it, so I really want to come and give it a try. And I'm early enough so that I'm the first one here. This is the grill right in front of me, and you order off a QR code. I think this is the first time I'm having a Wagyu barbecue like sitting outside. And today really hasn't been that hot or that humid of a day. I think this is gonna be really, really nice. So karubi, which is boneless short rib, here sells for $4.80 for 100 grams. That's pretty good value for money. Get some prime karubi too, skirt steak, and we'll try some Australian Wagyu. Pork belly? Why not? I'm so excited about this. Meat has arrived. Got the premium karubi, which looks amazing. Pork belly, harumi, which is the skirt steak, and of course the wagon, say that for last. So nice. This smells so amazing right now. The breeze is perfect. It's kind of blowing towards me a little bit. I mean, I'm getting a little smoke, but all that great aroma is coming this way as well. And I love eating barbecue outside where you get the cool evening air, which I feel like is a rare thing for Singapore, but I'm getting it today. Meat itself looked delicious, tons of fat on here. This place is really good. The marinade is delicious, not overly sweet. I was at a Yakiniku buffet where I thought the marinade was way overly sweet, covered up a lot of the good flavors of the beef. This marinade is perfect. It doesn't cover anything, you still get a great beefy flavor, but it's marinated to a point where you really don't need any dipping sauce. Eat it as is, and you'd be pretty happy with that. Really, really good marinade. Wow, beautiful coating, gives the meat an even deeper, richer umami flavor. And this thing, tons of fat in these cuts, which makes this even better. I'm gonna try the chilies a little bit. Oh, my chili's really good. There's yuzu sauce here as well. I'm getting really, really excited about this place. Dipping it into yuzu sauce, giving it more of a citrusy flavor. Everything cooks in under a minute, and the pieces of meat is tender, it's fatty. And the juice just flows. I can't believe that place $4.80 Singapore dollars, so about $3 US. That's a delicious plate of meat. All right, we're doing the premium one now. Things about to get interesting. You can definitely see the marbling clearly And the slice of this premium meat. A little yuzu, a little chilies. Oh my gosh. The marbling flavor, the fattiness, the richness of this meat definitely escalated by a lot. The meat itself breaks apart much more easily now. Don't even need any dipping sauce in this. And with exceptionally well marbled pieces of meat, I like to cook it a little longer sometimes just to get some more char on it, because burnt fat, I love that. Yeah, the regular karubi is good. This is exceptional. I'm just playing around with the different doneness of the meat. This piece right here, I say a perfect medium. Oh, my parents used to scare me when I was a kid. Say if I don't properly brush my teeth, they're gonna fall out and I won't be able to eat meat anymore. I think even without teeth, I can pretty much eat that. Not saying you shouldn't brush your teeth, kids. Brush your teeth. Just saying, if one day they do ever fall out, you're not just gonna be limited to kanji. I think before moving on to the Wagyu steaks and everything, just gonna cook the pork belly. Ooh. I love a good pork belly. It's garlicky, a little sweet. Clean, beautiful, smoky flavor. And of course, a ton of melty fat. This place also sells a lot of vegetables like mushrooms and stuff. I think that's a really good opportunity to kind of cook that with the pork belly. Let the pork belly fat roll all over the veggies. That'd be some epic barbecue eating. So 2 more cuts of meat after this. But next up, we got the skirt steak. I love thin cuts of beef, but I also love a nice, thick, juicy cut to keep things interesting. Skirt steak, if you cook it right, it's thick, it's juicy, it's tender. I think it's just so juicy. And as good as this is, I'm eating this while eyeing the thick cut of Wagyu that's coming up. I'm saving my egg for it. All right, this is the highlight, Australian Wagyu. So beautiful. Try a piece without anything. Oh, I knew it. Look at this. Look how juicy the meat is inside. Give it a little squeeze and all the juice just starts to flow. This, even though it's thick, don't really need to cook it much at all. And I got an onsen egg just for the Wagyu. Oh, that's good. Awesome tender Wagyu dunked into the velvety egg yolk. It's almost a little too soft, a little too velvety, a little too good, if that's even possible. I highly recommend dunking the Wagyu in the egg. I'm really glad I came here. It's incredible value for what you're getting. I love the surroundings. It's bright. This food court is incredibly clean. People are super nice. Just sitting out in a, dare I say, cool Singapore evening air, barbecuing delicious meat. That's a pretty amazing food experience. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna finish up, head back to the food court because there's a couple places that I was waiting for them to open that I really want to try out. This is a pleasant surprise. So on Google, which is at this point not very trustworthy, this place wasn't gonna be open till Thursday. It's open. Let's get some sauteed rice noodles. But look at this massive plate of satay over rice noodles, fried tofu in here as well, some slices of pork, some pork innards. This is a hefty plate for 4 Singapore dollars, so about $2.50 for this. My mouth is just watering non-stop when this thing is sitting in front of me. Oh my goodness, this is so much food. There's some sprouts, some greens with the rice noodles. I'm just gonna give this a nice mix. This might be one of my most anticipated bite of food. I wanted to come to this stall, and I thought they didn't open till Thursday. Thanks, Google. Oh. This is why I love doing what I do, and this is why I love Singapore, when I can butt into something like this. I mean, to me, a good bowl of noodles, that's home. I grew up on that in northern China. We ate noodles every single day. There may not always be rice noodles, but there's always gonna be noodles. And this thing, just exceeded all my expectations. This is amazingly delicious. You definitely taste so much peanuts in the sauce. A little sweet, savory, it's spicy, it's rich, it's thick, it's deep, it's so flavorful. I'm not just feeding my mouth right now, I'm feeding this directly into my soul. I've been eating all day, so I consider getting a $3 version. I would want to build a time machine and go back and kick my own butt. I mean, I would also pick up some Bitcoin, obviously, but then I'd go and kick my butt. The satay itself is amazing. All cooked over chewy rice noodles. And the rice noodles are not soggy either. And the flavor, of course, is penetrated all the way through into those thin noodles. The fried tofu is chewy. The sprouts are a little crunchy. And I haven't even bit into the meat yet. Pork liver. A little organy flavor mixed into this dish keeps the taste buds engaged, interested, and happy. The sliced pork is juicy, it's tender. This is something I come back to and eat every single day. I wanted to try something else tonight, but honestly, I think just end it with this. So I can still retain that flavor in my mouth for the rest of the evening. Eating at places like this is really a taste of history, it's a taste of culture. People who work at these hawker stalls that really just focus on maybe one thing or a few things and just honing their craft for decades, you gotta taste that in every single bite, and that's why I love this country so much. All right, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this.
Hey guys, like I said in the beginning, this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I've been recommending HelloFresh for years now. Number one reason, absolutely delicious. I've cooked over dozens of recipes. Honestly say, never a bad meal. And now HelloFresh has a festive fare collection, which features limited time recipes with seasonal produce and premium proteins. There's 35 weekly recipes where you can choose from calorie smart, carb smart. You can swap proteins, upgrade proteins, add proteins to a veggie dish. So instead of going to the grocery store and overbuying food, which I often do, or delivery, it's a really easy way to eat well and save money, with HelloFresh being about 25% cheaper than takeout. Also, if you're like me, you want to get your food as soon as possible, HelloFresh has fast and fresh recipes that are ready in under 15 minutes. And big game right around the corner. Want some sweets, snacks, barbecue ribs? HelloFresh Market has all that. And you can add them to any of your food orders and they'll arrive right on your doorstep. Another reason I love HelloFresh, ingredients travel from the farm to your doorstep in less than 7 days. So you know whatever you're getting is going to be fresh. So if you want to give it a try, go to my link down below or just go to HelloFresh.com and use the promo code CHEN21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.